You're watching Ag News by Cary Sims. June bugs are back, and they're more than a nuisance. If you've flipped on an outside light lately, you've probably seen them. I saw them at the Lufkin Rodeo the other evening, and I've got them at my house. Those clumsy brown beetles bouncing off porch lights, clinging to window screens, and generally making a nuisance of themselves. June bugs are back in East Texas. Most folks shrug them off. But what you're seeing right now is only part of the story. My friend Jay sent me some pictures of oak and pecan leaves eaten up. Those adult beetles don't just fly around lights. At night, they're also feeding, often on the leaves of trees and shrubs. That damage can show up as ragged edges, skeletonized leaves, or in heavier cases, significant defoliation on young plants. Be assured that the damage you might be seeing now likely bothers you more than the oak tree with the ragged leaves. No control is warranted, and any efforts to spray them would be quite futile given the height of your trees and the scope of the typical landscape. But here's the bigger issue. What those beetles are doing next matters more than what they're doing now. After mating, females move into the soil and lay eggs. In a few weeks, those eggs hatch into white grubs, the very same C-shaped larvae many folks find when digging in their yard. Those grubs feed on roots. In lawns, that feeding shows up later as yellowing, thinning, and eventually dead patches that can be pulled up like loose carpet. In gardens and landscapes, they can damage roots of vegetables and ornamentals before you ever connect the dots. So, while the beetles are what you'll see this evening, the real damage often comes in late summer through fall, from what you don't see below your lawn. This is where timing matters. If you've had grub problems in the past, mid-June is the window to get ahead of it. Preventative, soil-based insecticide treatments applied at the correct time target the young larvae as they hatch and begin feeding. Wait until late summer, and those grubs are larger, tougher to control, and have already done most of their damage. That doesn't mean everyone needs to rush out and treat, but it does mean you should pay attention. If you're seeing heavy beetle activity, have a history of grub damage, or start noticing irregular thinning in your lawn later this summer, those are signals worth acting on. As always, if you choose to use an insecticide, select one labeled for grub control and follow the label closely. Proper timing and watering are just as important as the product itself. For now, those June bugs buzzing around your porch light may just be an annoyance. But they're also a reminder. What's happening above ground this week is setting the stage for what shows up below ground later this summer. And like most things in East Texas landscapes, what you do early makes all the difference later. Cary Sims is the County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources for Angelina County. His email address is cw-sims@tamu.edu. Educational programs of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service are open to all people without regard to race, color, sex, disability, religion, age, national origin, genetic information, or veteran status. The Texas A&M University System, U.S. Department of Agriculture, and the County Commissioners Court of Texas cooperating.